Was dying in a huge cataclysm 65 million years ago? The dinosaurs? Welcome back to Monkey Boys Toys, and welcome back to the item of seating furniture that is the sofa. Thanks very much for joining me again. Here's a big nose bear to look at. Now this week I would like to show you guys some new figures that I've got in the collection. There are 3 figures that I've got today, and I will be opening all of them. Now, before you say it, no, I haven't lost my mind. There is a good reason for me wanting to open all 3 of these figures. So let's get on with that. First I need to remove the big nose bear from the scene. There we go. And I'll bring in the first figure, which is the Star Wars Black Series Gamorrean Guard figure from Hasbro. This is quite an old figure. There isn't a number on the figure because this was an exclusive, a store exclusive figure. I forget which store now, probably Target or GameStop or something like that. But I do have 2 of these figures, and I want to open this one purely because the character's mouth is articulated, and I would like to display one with the mouth closed and one with the mouth open. Now I've chosen this one to open because it's the European version with the different languages and the warning label on the front. The standard US release, of course, just said Gamorrean Guard, and it didn't have the extra languages on the front there, so it's a bit of a neater box. So I thought I would open this guy today, as I say, purely just to open his mouth. But we'll have a look at him in a moment. Let's just set him off to the back. Sorry for the glare from my light there. Let me see if I can just. There we go. The next figure that I've got is the Beastman figure from the New Eternia series of toys from the MOTU Masterverse. This is by Mattel. Let's just have a quick look at the back of the box. There's Beastman swinging through the trees. Pretty cool. Quite like this figure. This is the deluxe figure that has the soft goods sort of shoulder fluff and various accessories. He's got some different armor. Obviously his whip there to the side, if you can make that out, and a big spiky club. Now the reason I want to open this figure is because it has been put in the packaging where you can't really see Beastman's face very well. So I'm actually just going to open this so that I can tilt his head down a bit, so that he looks a bit better, so he sort of presents a little bit better in the packaging. Again, it's a bit bonkers, I know, to open it just for that and then to put it back in the box again, but nevertheless, that is what I'm going to do. So we'll pop him over there to the back, and I'll show you the third figure that I've got today, which again is from the New Eternia Masterverse series, and this is the Manny Faces figure. Now, the reason I want to open this figure is because I was always a fan of Manny Faces, but I really liked his monster face. Now, as you may know, Manny Faces, the original figure, had 3 different faces that you could rotate around to show the human, or the human-ish face, as you can see here, a robot face and a monster face. And I like the monster face, so I'd like to display him in the box, but with the monster face showing. This figure does come with 3 additional faces, so there are 6 faces you can choose to display this figure with. Let's just have a look at him on the back. There we can see the robot face and his standard face, and then the monster face, which is the one that I want to display him with. So yes, I will be opening this figure for those reasons. As you probably know, I normally don't open my figures if I can avoid it, but on these 3 occasions, I'd like to open them just to change the appearance of the figure in the package. Let's pop him just here, and we'll start off with the Gamorrean Guard. So I will bring in the naughty knife of destiny, and we will cut the tape. No! Right, well that's the figure instantly devalued. I can hear my cat approaching, so my cat might jump up on the sofa in a minute. Let's open this up and get a little bit of a closer look at the figure. I can just tip that out. Here we go. So that's very unusual. I'm slightly traumatized by opening this package, as you can imagine, because it's not something that I normally do, but we can get to see the figure a lot better now. Obviously he's got the soft goods sort of nappy type thing that he wears. He's just got a brown mold underneath that, but this actually covers up the tie that's keeping him attached into the package, so that looks a bit better. But yeah, we've got the Gamorrean Guard here. He comes with 2 axe accessories and this sort of pike kind of staff type weapon. But here is the Gamorrean guard. But as I say, the reason for opening this was purely so that I could open his mouth, because it's articulated. So here we go. If I can do it. I can't do it. Okay, it's not working. Let me just take it off camera so it's a little bit easier for me. Hang on. Okay, this isn't working. Open your mouth, you bastard. Let me just pause the camera for a second. Hey, there we go. I've managed to do it. There he is with his open mouth. I must say that was incredibly difficult to do. I had to prise his mouth open with the edge of my knife and then really wrench his jaws apart. Much like I was about to give him the Godzilla kiss of death. But there we go. There's the Gamorrean guard with his open mouth, looking pretty cool. So I guess I'll just slide him back into the box and do the flap down. Now I realise by cutting that tape I've immediately devalued this figure by at least 10 or 15 pounds, but that's fine. I think he looks really cool now with his mouth open. So I'll be pleased to display him as such. I'll just remove Ewok's fur from the front of the box there. There we go. Okay, I'll stop that now. So there we go. There's the Gamorrean guard. Okay, next up I'm going to deal with Beastman and his sort of slightly obscured face, because as you see that doesn't display particularly well. So I'm just going to open him and tilt his head down a bit. It's thrilling, this video, isn't it? It's amazing. Thank you for watching, everyone. By the way, I realise that I'm not doing anything particularly outlandish or exciting, but here we go. The box is open. Let's slide Beastman out and see if we can rectify the packer's ineptitude. So there is his face, slightly obscured. Now I'm hoping I can just go like that, poke his hat back a little bit, just move his head down, and there. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. But we get another good look at the figure here. It's a very big figure. Stands probably over 7 inches tall once you include his headdress. But it's quite a nice sculpt. I do like Beastman. I do think he's pretty cool. And so I'm happy to have him in the collection. I wasn't a huge fan of the new Eternia line from Mattel. I didn't think all of the figures looked amazing, but I did like the look of Beastman, and I managed to get this for a very good price. I think I paid something like £9 for him because he was on clearance on some online retailer. His hand has fallen out of the packaging, so let me just replace his hand back up there. I'm not sure if that happened before actually, but let me see if I can poke that back in. It's a bit noisy. Again, I think I'll have to take that off camera to do that. Just give me a second. Okay, there we go. His hand is back in the packaging. So yeah, there's Beastman. He is tied in with these several ties, and I don't really want to go to the effort of cutting those to take the figure out so that I can show you the back of the figure particularly well, but I shall take him out of the tray and just flip him around so you can just see how his armour is attached to his back there. He does have a space on the back of his belt here, which I assume you can tuck the handle of his whip into. But yeah, there we go. So there's Beastman, looking pretty cool. Time to pop him back in the box, I guess. I'm sure most of you are thinking that this is a complete waste of time, me doing this, but it was bugging me that I couldn't see the figure's face. So I did want to just open him to rectify that issue. There we go. If I can just, whoops, haven't done that very well. There we go. Pop that back in there. There we go. And now I can see Beastman's face. So that's awesome. Pop him there, and then finally we've got Manny faces here. Now I'm hoping that I can switch his face around without taking him out of the package, although the little twisty thing on the top of his head apparently is quite stiff. Ooh, sounds a bit rude. And the gun is actually used as a tool to turn his head around with, but I'll see if I can do it manually. Let's cut the tape. There we go. Again, instantly devaluing the figure, but that's fine. I don't intend to sell any of these. Let's slide Manny faces out of the packaging. Let's have a closer look at him. Let's remove him from the tray there. So there's Manny faces. Here's his I guess suitcase or carry case with his extra faces in. I'm not sure what the what the top one is. There's a skull face at the bottom. There's a slightly sort of, I guess, Keldor looking face in the middle, a bit Errol Flynn, and then some sort of other face at the top. Don't know what that is. There he is at the back. There's his bum. Now, if you look at the end of his gun, his blaster there is shaped like a hexagon, or possibly an octagon, not sure, and that's used to place on top of his head to turn his face around. But I'm just going to see if I can do this when he's still in the packet. It might be a bit difficult, and there'll be a lot of cracking plastic noises. Oh, there we go. That was easier than I thought. There we go. There's the monster face. Let's just pop him back there. There we go. So that's Man-E-Faces with his monster face. Can't really be bothered to turn it around again to show you his robot face. We all know what his robot face looks like, don't we? There we go. There it is on the back. Whoa, robot face. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do with the Man-E-Faces figure. Is just turn his head around so that the monster face is showing. And now all that remains is for me to slide him back into the box, and now I can display him to my liking in the box. So there we go. So there are the 3 figures that I got recently that I decided to tamper with. It does happen occasionally. Being an inbox collector, sometimes figures can be poorly displayed in the box, or in the case of Man-E-Faces, just displayed with a standard face, and I wanted to obviously change that around. I know it's only a little thing, but this does sort of matter to inbox collectors, how the figure is presented in the package. Not the most exciting of videos, I grant you, but nevertheless, that's what I've been doing this week. Let me just spin the camera around so we can center these in the frame a little bit better. So there we are. Thanks so much for watching the video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did then please give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and do leave me a comment and let me know if you think I was completely wasting my time by opening these figures and changing their appearance very slightly. But yes, do share the video with any other The Dinosaurs you may know, and I'll see you on the next video. But for now, I'm going to make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here. See you next time. Bye.